What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with me, your boy Iggy. Today, you join me down here by my still kind of janky enchantment table because I need to get a Luck of the Sea, not Luck of the Sea, a Lore 3 book. I've been working on making a fishing rod here so we can hopefully get some more Nautilus shells, and the only thing that we're missing on it is Lore 3. So I'm debating if I want to make another fishing rod and alternate between trying to enchant the two, or if I want to just go the try and get a enchanted book route. We've got 66 levels here, so I figured what we would do. Actually, now that I think about it, I will probably go with the books and the fishing rod. So give me just a moment to go and get a fishing rod, and then we will get started on this, because I got some plans. We'll probably do some trading with the villagers in between enchants here as the days cycle, just so we can try to stock up on some quartz and some of the other materials that we need. So I'm going to go grab a fishing rod, and then I'm going to get started enchanting things. So we'll see you, hopefully, once we get the enchant. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we get it before we run out of levels. Alrighty, so got the fresh fishing rod as well as our books, but I figured real quick what we should probably do here is go ahead and trade with all of the villagers while it is still this day in the game, so that way we can start enchanting throughout the night and it should reset the villagers trade by morning. That way we can get the most for our time while we're down here doing stuff. Also helps us get stocked up on the things that we're going to be needing for some of the big projects that I've got coming up in the future. So that will be incredibly good. And as you may have noticed, we have an increased amount of farmer villagers. In between episodes the other day, I went ahead and got some more of those guys. And then just so we'd have a kind of equal number, greater number than the amount of stonemasons we have down here, which I have been buying the quartz from. So it's basically you trade the pumpkins and the melons, and then you get enough to buy both the quartz pillars and the blocks of quartz, which is what we are going to be needing the super smelter for in the future, is mostly to get lots of smooth quartz blocks, because that is a block palette that I would really like to use. Haven't really done a whole lot with it in the past on a large scale, so looking forward to that. But that being said, we've got our first little bit of trading done here, and actually we should go ahead and put all of these stuff back in the shulkers that I've got for storing it here. So we'll put our pillars away, and then we can put our light gray. Oh, that's, for some reason I thought that was cyan. I'm actually really glad that that's the light gray. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting this fishing rod. So let's see what we got. Lure 2. And you know what? Is it Lure 2 the highest, or is it Lure 3? I'm going to have to look that up. But either way, I'm going to try to get the best one that we can, and then we can move on with the day. So I will see you momentarily. Hey, all right, perfect. There we go. Lure 3. We will take that. And it had Luck of the Sea 3 as well, which we do not actually need. But now we can go ahead and combine that up with our existing rod. And let's see which way this is going to be cheaper. 27 levels. My goodness. 25 levels. Slightly better, and I guess we'll rename it now. We'll just do fancy rod. We got a fancy rod, boy. Take that, throw that in there, and then we can go ahead and chuck that in our ender chest for now. That actually did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. But we now have our fancy fishing rod. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is wait for the morning time here so I can get a couple more trades in with the villagers. And then we will continue on to today's project. So give me just a moment and I will see you in a jiff. All right, so today we are out here by our little lake again because I was doing some research and, well, you can't AFK fish anymore, not that we really need to. But it was a great way to get the Nautilus shells, because Nautilus shells are kind of annoying to get in Java version. So apparently to have what is considered open water, post 1.16, to be able to get the treasure loot, which includes Nautilus shells, enchanted books, fishing rods, bows, etc., you need a 5 by 5 by, I believe, 3. So I think it's 1 block of air above and 2 blocks deep water. So this should hypothetically work fishing in the middle of our little lake here, because it is definitely more than 2 blocks deep. We have 5 by 5 out here in the direction. So as long as we cast for the middle here, we should be go. We have clear sky exposure, so when it's raining, we should hypothetically get better items. So what I was thinking is we will build a little fishing hut, so to speak, kind of maybe right here in the hill, and then have a little dock that'll probably come out right here so that we can easily fish to the center of the lake that we've got here. So I'm going to get cracking on getting some of that set up. We'll probably start with the dock, so we're going to have to pull some of these decorations and relocate them, but that should be okay. And then we'll figure out how we're going to connect up the path to the little fishing hut, which will probably sit right in this area right here is kind of what I'm thinking. And then maybe we'll have like some little stairs that come down and go out to the little pier or dock that we've got set up here. So I'm going to go ahead, get cracking on that. And once I've got a little bit to show, we'll join back up and we'll have a look at it. So give me just a moment. Alrighty, so we got the pier done for the most part. I think that's pretty good. We're not looking for anything super, over the top or fancy. So we just kind of blended the spruce slabs in here with the mud kind of walking out. So it looks like it's kind of dirty walking onto the pier from the muddy shore. Managed to keep the drip leaf relatively close with the fence gate, so everything looks like, it's been kind of growing here for a while. Went ahead and did a combination of spruce logs and dark oak logs to try to get kind of a blend between the bits of wood that have soaked up more of the water. May have to switch the spruce and the dark oak, but I do kind of like the spruce on the top. So that's kind of a tough call. Maybe I'll flip those around and see how it looks, just because it seems like the spruce on it surprisingly has a slightly darker tone than the dark oak. Like it looks more wet, if that makes sense. Went ahead and added some stone supports down in here to hold up the the pillars for the pier, and then went ahead and planted some seagrass back on those and used the mossy stone brick, so it kind of looks like it's been under the water for some time, which I'm pretty happy with. Looks like we have a block that we need to waterlog back here somewhere. Not sure which one it is. I guess we could see it from the front there. Nope. Nope. All right, well, you know what? It doesn't matter that much. We won't be underneath looking at it. So I think now what's next up is to work on getting our little hut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and start plotting that out. And when I've got something to show for it, we'll join back up and have a look. So give me just a sec. All right, so here's what I've got so far. I'm debating if I want to make this a two-story or not. So what I'm thinking is we're going to have a little step that kind of comes up here into the entrance. The building on the inside will be roughly 5 by 5. The outsides, the corners are 9 by 9, but then once we fill in the inside with the 7 by 7, that'll leave us with a 5 by 5 in the middle. Not too bad. May add a little single-story jut off on the side here, just to kind of fill some of this lower space, so that way we can have some more looming tall buildings behind it, kind of like what we have over there. I think that'll be a really good look for the sight line this way, especially once we get the church back over in that area that I plan to do. The only thing that I'm really kind of figuring out is if I want to make this portion a two-story, which I think I will. We'll just make it like a little smaller two-story building, nothing overly fancy, and we won't be doing like the extra high roofs. We'll probably be doing a single high roof, kind of similar to what we have over there by the little river house here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in. We're going to have to dig out the middle here, so we've got, space for the actual build. So that's just going to kind of come back in like this. Let's pull all this out like so. Get this all nice and cleared. You gotta love efficiency on those shovels. And we'll go back to probably the actual wood line here, and then we'll leave, I guess, an extra block on the side. We'll do something kind of like that, I think. Pick up all this, and that way we can then bring these down like that. Over here, do the same thing. Looking good so far. So next up, we will be getting the probably the lower wall in here, and then we'll get a second story up on the thing, just because all the other buildings here have the stone, lower, and I was going to put, I wanted to do like an oak wood, but I think if it's just the one story, it kind of looks out of place, even though it is just a fishing hut. Maybe we'll make it a little fancier and have like some like stored fish in a little in the side little portion over there. So let me go ahead, get the top on this thing, and get the bottom walls in. Then we'll come back and we'll have a look and see what I came up with. So give me just a second. All right, so another check-in. Here's what we've got so far. We got a little base, we got the top, and then we just got to get a roof on that, and then the little side building. So I'm going to go ahead, get cracking on filling this stuff in, and then we will come back, detail up the build, and add the little pathway down here to the docks and over to the existing path right there. So give me just a moment to knock that out, and then we'll come back and start detailing. So we'll see you in a jiff. Alrighty, so sit up a little bit. Here's what we got so far. We've got the lower floor, just kind of stone bricks and mossy stone bricks. Pretty simple. You know, the fisherman's not necessarily the wealthiest dude in this town. And then we got just kind of a mix between the stripped oak logs and the oak planks for the second floor. Now, what I had planned to do for the roof of this thing, let's go ahead and grab our rockets here and see if we can't get up a little bit, is I was going to do a border for the roof in dark oak and then probably a spruce wood actual roof on this thing. So it looks like we've got a patrol that just happened. I just burnt their leader to a crisp with a flint and steel, so I want to get the bad omen, but I guess we can go ahead and just take those guys out. But yeah, what I was thinking is pretty simple, straightforward roof line, so we'll just do regular stair, regular stair. Nope, that was an upside down stair. That's not what I wanted. Come here, you. Regular stair. So overhang by one, upside down, regular, upside down, regular, upside down, regular, upside down, regular. And I think that should be just about the middle. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and do an upside down, regular, and an upside down like so. And then we'll come and match that on this side and on the back. And then for down here, we'll just do the same thing. So we'll just go ahead and, oh, that's not what I wanted. Cannot place blocks today. So upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down, or regular, regular, regular rather. Then we'll get one more regular one right there, followed by an upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up. And is that the middle? Nope. So upside down, right side up. Actually, that was the, no, this is the center right here, I believe. So then we'll come over here. Same thing. Regular. I'm placing these the wrong orientation. So we're going to go stair, 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 stair. Upside down stair, right side up. Upside down stair, right side up. Upside down stair, right side up. And then they meet up perfectly right in the middle like so. Fantastic. And then we'll figure out, we'll probably just put either some oak right there, maybe some white wool. We'll grab some from one of the other, like how we did the other buildings here. I'll have to think about that. Let's take a look from the front and see how it looks from there. So do we want white in the middle, or do we want the oak to continue up? Part of me is thinking, you know, we'll put white up there, so I'll have to grab some white wool. But then the actual roof itself will be spruce, so the dark oak will be a nice contrast to the spruce wood. So I'm going to go ahead, get that in. Once I've got the roof in, we'll come back and we'll decorate and finish the thing up. So give me just a moment. All right, so we got everything on except for the top slabs on the roof, but here's kind of what it looks like from a distance. So just undetailed small building, you know, got the little offshoot on the side, moved the window over right here just so it would kind of tie in a little bit better. Maybe we'll make that one too wide, but pretty basic back here. Side, same thing, pretty basic. So now it is time to detail this thing up. And what I was thinking is we would come along and like up here at the top, do maybe fence gates like that with an actual fence at the very end. But that kind of ties in a little close to the window. So maybe we won't do those. Just an idea. Kind of have to play with it a little bit. But one thing I do for certain want to do is get our dark oak stairs in down here as the accent, kind of arch it off a little bit. We'll probably end up filling this with dirt. Let's see, coming around, not really a whole lot we can do here. We can box this in with some some oak trapdoors and make a little planter box, so that'll look nice. Got to get the windows in. We'll probably do some shutters out of spruce wood. So yeah, let me go ahead and start getting some of that stuff put in here, and then we'll put some shutters down here as well and glass panes. and then we'll figure out what we are going to do with the little walkway here. So give me just a moment, get all that in, and we'll come back and have a look at it. So I will see you just a sec. All right, well, it's crazy what can happen in a jump cut. So here's what we've got, a finished build. So I ended up going with the gray wool up there on the top, just to kind of break it up from all the other buildings so they're not all exactly the same. Kind of makes it look a little more aged and weathered, especially being here near the water. So we've got let's hop into free cam so we can see a little bit better. Got little planter box up here. Really like to do those because it helps break up just the wood tones with a little bit of green. Kind of helps to tie everything together. We got these shutters on the windows. Whenever I have a 3 window like this, I tend to put them on the outside and then have the middle one open just so it doesn't seem lopsided, yet that way they all have a shutter. Down here at the bottom, we got some shutters and just some little bushes. Redid the little support column here with tuft and mossy cobble. I think it looks a little better being differentiated, excuse me, from the stone bricks that we have everywhere else. So we got the pathway connected up, left our little boulder, just kind of reorganized it or reoriented it a little bit, and then we still have the tie-in with the pier right here, so we can fish right there, no problem. Got a nice little walkway going up into our fisher hut. We got some place where we can store the various fish and things that we catch while we're fishing. You know, got a nice little view out the window here. Not the best over here. We'll probably put some grass down there, but amazing view right here out this one. Really cool. Got a little staircase comes up to a second floor. Not a whole lot up here, but great views. So kind of neat seeing everything come together from the windows. So we'll definitely have to do something out there. And then once we have, you know, more buildings right here in the church up there, that'll look really cool as well. Add here just little kind of extra space. Probably won't ever use it, but, you know, put it there anyways, just because, you know, I got a little fancy with the interior. Might be able to take that out and replace those with spruce wood, but, you know, like I said, we probably won't be in this building all that much. But there it is from the front from a distance, and then we can run around, come over here, see the little side building. Everything on this side pretty straightforward. I do need to actually get another log to put right there, but we'll just pretend we didn't see that. Up here, pretty straightforward again. So we got the little planter box. We can probably put some like flowers and grass in along there. But right here will actually be perfect, because what we can do is we can pull this path from right here and have it come up, and then that'll go alongside the back of this house. And then if we have another house over here on the side, maybe this one can have like 2 entrances, one from the front, one from the back. And then we can have a little pathway through here, some higher up houses over on this side with a stair to get up into them. And then looming in the back over the distance behind those will be our big, you know, church that will house our nether portal. So definitely starting to get some plans for this area coming together. Things are starting to look nice. We already have back there all done where our temporary tree farm is, but that'll give us some nice space that we can, like I said, maybe wrap this path around from right here over to the pier, so we can probably pop it up and bring it along here and then drop it back down. And then that'll give us some room to play with, maybe put like a fountain or something in this area, because I have been wanting to do a fountain, but I have not had any real space to do a fountain yet. So this could be the perfect place for a fountain, you know? So yeah, that being said, I think we'll go have one last look at the front, and then we'll call the episode for today. So overall, very happy with how this turned out. Went a little overboard with the detailing, but that never hurts, just prevents us from having to do it later. But that being said, at the end of the episode, so you know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell button so you're notified every time a new video comes out. You wouldn't want to miss one of those. Leave a comment down in the comments down below. I love reading your guys' comments. Also, check out all my links in the description while you're down there. And of course, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.